Hello, First Baptist Church family. I know that this has been a difficult time for us all and a time of uncertainty. But I think during these times of uncertainty, it's healthy for us to look back at other periods of time in our nation where there was also uncertainty. And back in 1929, of course, was the time our U.S. stock market crashed, which led us to the Great Depression. And Pastor Harry Fosdick, who was pastoring at that time at a church in New York City, was just getting ready to dedicate a new building, new sanctuary that they were building. And of course, they were facing the Great Depression. And God led him to write the words to this song, God of Grace and God of Glory. I'm going to read these words to you. God of grace and God of glory, on thy people pour thy power. Crown thine ancient church's story, bring her bud to glorious flower. Grant us wisdom, grant us courage for the facing of this hour, for the facing of this hour. Lo, the host of evil round us, scorn thy Christ, assail his ways. From the fears that long have bound us, free our hearts to faith and praise. Grant us wisdom, grant us courage for the living of these days, for the living of these days. Now, doesn't that kind of speak to us right now as what we're going through as a nation? And you may be going through difficulties personally, but through the facing of this hour and through the living of these days, we can draw near to God, and he promises to draw near to us. Well, in Joshua chapter 1, we find God encouraging Joshua. He's charging Joshua because Moses had just died, and God was granting Joshua the privilege of leading the nation of Israel through the Jordan River and into the Promised Land. So he encourages Joshua by these words. He says, be strong and courageous, for you shall give this people possession of the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. Only be strong and courageous. Be careful to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, so that you may have success wherever you go. I think that's what Moses was, or God was saying to Joshua, was be careful to be in God's word and don't veer off another path, but stay on the course that God had given Joshua. Verse 9 says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not tremble or be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So I think that's a promise not only to Joshua, but to us as the church, that no matter what we go through, God promises to be with us wherever we go.